Portugal just held an election that was of interest for anyone seeking European citizenship. But here's the twist. The biggest story isn't what changed, it's what stayed exactly the same. And if you're considering a European passport, this might be the most important 7 minutes you watch this year. On May 18, 2025, Portuguese voters returned the same center-right coalition to power that created the Golden Visa program back in 2012. No absolute majority, but enough to form a stable government. And in the world of citizenship by investment, stability is everything. Why does this matter so much? Because Portugal now stands virtually alone in Europe as the last country offering a genuine pathway to EU citizenship through investment. Malta just killed their program entirely. Cyprus suspended theirs after scandals. Other countries either never offered these programs or made them impossibly expensive. Portugal is literally the last man standing. Let me put this in perspective. Right now, you can invest in Portuguese funds, spend an average of just 7 days per year in the country, and after 5 years apply for one of the world's most powerful passports. That's it. A few nice holidays spread over 5 years for access to 27 European Union countries. This isn't some complicated scheme with hidden requirements. It's a straightforward legal pathway that has survived multiple governments, economic crises, and international pressure. And the people who created it are back in charge. But here's what most people don't understand about the recent changes. Yes, Portugal removed real estate from the Golden Visa program in 2023. But this actually made the program stronger, not weaker. Instead of money flowing into luxury apartments that locals can't afford, investment now goes directly into Portuguese funds and businesses. It's cleaner, more economically beneficial, and harder for critics to attack. The citizenship timeline remains at 5 years, and this was actually reinforced just last year to protect applicants from processing delays. So even if bureaucracy slows down, your 5-year clock starts ticking from when you make your investment. All the traditional visa pathways remain wide open too. The D2 visa for entrepreneurs, D3 for skilled professionals, D7 for people with passive income, and the newer D8 for digital nomads. Portugal wants skilled, mobile people, and they're making it easy to get there. Now I need to be honest about potential risks. During the campaign, one former minister floated the idea of extending the citizenship timeline beyond 5 years. This never became official policy, but the fact it was even mentioned is worth noting. Portugal used to require 6 years for citizenship before 2006. Could they go back? Technically yes, but it would be difficult. The coalition doesn't have the votes to change the law unilaterally, and Parliament has the final say. Plus, any changes would likely grandfather existing applicants. But here's the bigger picture. There's a global trend toward restricting these programs. The EU doesn't love citizenship by investment. Domestic politicians face pressure to appear tough on immigration. International organizations scrutinize these programs heavily. Portugal has already made adjustments. Higher minimum investments, no more real estate, stricter due diligence. They're trying to keep the program while addressing criticism. But how long can this balance last? The administrative side is actually improving dramatically. Portugal eliminated the notorious expression of interest system that created a backlog of 400,000 cases. Processing times should improve significantly across all visa categories. The whole system is being streamlined. But let's talk about why timing matters so much right now. This election result signals continuity, but continuity doesn't mean permanence. We've seen these programs disappear overnight when political winds shift. Remember, Malta's program seemed stable until it wasn't. Cyprus looked solid until scandals hit. Even Portugal has been narrowing their program gradually. Higher investments, fewer options, more restrictions. The pattern is clear. These programs don't last forever, and they often change when people assume they won't. Right now, Portugal offers something no other EU country does. A clear, legal, relatively affordable path to European citizenship with minimal disruption to your current life. You don't need to relocate permanently, learn a new language fluently, or abandon your existing business and social connections. For entrepreneurs, investors, and anyone who values optionality, this represents an incredible opportunity. EU citizenship means access to 27 countries, visa-free travel to most of the world, political stability, and economic opportunity. But opportunities like this don't last indefinitely. Portugal has already shown they're willing to modify the program when pressure mounts. The question isn't whether changes will come, but when and how significant they'll be. The smart money recognizes that windows like this close, often without warning. Malta gave people notice, but not much. Other countries have been less generous with transition periods. If you're considering European citizenship, If you want to reduce your tax burden legally, if you value having options in an uncertain world, Portugal represents your best current opportunity. The legal framework is clear, the process is established, and the political environment is stable. But stability in politics, like everything else, is temporary. The Portuguese election preserved the status quo, but status quos don't last forever, especially when international pressure is mounting and domestic politics are shifting. For anyone serious about European citizenship, about creating optionality, about building a foundation for long-term wealth preservation and freedom, the message from Portugal's election is clear. The window is open, but it won't stay open indefinitely. The same coalition that created this opportunity is back in power, but they're also the ones who've been gradually restricting it. They're walking a tightrope between keeping the program attractive and addressing mounting criticism. How long can they maintain this balance? That's the multi-billion-dollar question that affects thousands of potential applicants worldwide. What we know for certain is that right now, today, Portugal offers the best pathway to EU citizenship available anywhere. Whether that will still be true in 2 years, or 5 years, or after the next election, is anyone's guess. If you want to reduce your taxes to single digits, make your assets impossible for anyone to touch, and gain more freedom with second citizenships, get in touch with Liberty Mundo and book a consultation call. We will help you develop a complete blueprint to organize your life to safeguard your wealth and your freedom. Follow the link in the description for more details. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.